The second option is to settle the case out of court. Settling can be a way to resolve the matter quickly and discreetly, but it's important to approach this case carefully. At Antonelli Law, we can negotiate directly with Strike-Through Holdings on your behalf. Our goal is to secure the best possible outcome for you, including aggressively working to reduce the settlement amount, working to ensure the terms of the agreement protect you from any other downloads being alleged after the lawsuit was filed until the day you obtain a settlement agreement, and of course to protect your privacy. Settlement with a company like Strike-3 is both art and science. We've worked tirelessly over the years to figure out the most aggressive and smart settlement tactics, not just for Strike-Through Holdings, but for all of the 50 companies and more that we've defended people against. If you decide to settle, our goal is to get you the best deal and protect you as much as possible. The initial settlement demands from the movie company start at $750 per alleged movie download. That figure comes from the Copyright Act as the minimum statutory minimum damages that a federal court would have to award the movie company, plus reasonable attorney's fees and costs if the case went to court and resulted in a judgment in favor of Strike-Through Holdings LLC. Actual settlements vary quite a lot. Oftentimes, the settlement in a particular case may depend on a variety of factors, but most often are centered on the general financial circumstances of the parties seeking to settle with the movie company, including whether some or all of the income or assets are legally protected from potential garnishments. Other factors include the number of alleged movie downloads. Please note that internet chatter about this appears to be very overblown, and I fear many people can be misled by focusing on this number. Here's why. For example, two people with similar, relatively poor financial conditions may pay similar amounts to settle, even though one person was alleged to have downloaded around 30 movies, while the other was alleged to have downloaded, say, 75 or more movies. The quote, average cost to settle per movie can be wildly different, but the settlement amounts are almost the same. If the first person with 30 alleged downloads settles for $2,500, that would be $83 per movie. While the second person with 75 alleged downloads, that's about $33 per movie. Both people are paying the same amount to settle the Strike-Through Holdings lawsuit, and both people have the same limited financial means. The burden to each of them is the same. Now, another pair of people with somewhat better and similar financial circumstances to each other would probably have similar results. The settlement cost for both of them can be the same, but higher for both. Let's say the first person settles for $7,500 with 30 alleged movies. That's $250 per alleged movie download. And the second person also settles for $7,500, but for 75 movies, and that comes out to $100 per alleged movie download. Again, they're paying the same amount of money to settle. They both have similar financial circumstances, and the burden to each of them is the same. Finally, there are other factors involved that can have a material effect on the price of a settlement for a Strike-Through Holdings lawsuit. Many of these have come from my experience in the courtroom that occurred long before Strike-Through Holdings ever existed, as well as helping thousands of clients nationwide against all kinds of movie companies alleging BitTorrent copyright infringement. We aren't going to publish our secret sauce, but one general factor I will discuss is the question of evidentiary circumstances that a jury may conclude tells them the defendant could not be responsible because, for example, the defendant was on a work trip or a pleasure cruise far away for, say, 30% of the dates of the alleged downloads.